नमस्कार, मैं नितिन नितिन पालीवाल ट्रस्ट फिनटेक लिमिटेड से। आज का जो हमारा सेमिनार है, वेबिनार है, दैट इज फॉर द सॉल्यूशन, अ कंप्लीट कोर सॉल्यूशन फॉर एनबीएफसी, राइट? सो in this core solution, it's actually we are offering as a bundled, so it's a combination of LOS and LMS both, right? So LOS will takes care right from origination, that means initiation to its approval, and then onward, right from like account opening, and then its disbursement and regular like interest calculation, repayments, everything will be managed into the LMS. So in nutshell, this is a combo pack, LOS and LMS. Now, let's first begin with the LOS. Like, what are the main features that we are offering under the LOS system, right? So, as I said, like LOS will take care right from initiation, that is origination, to its complete assessment process, underwriting process, till its approval. So, right from the loan application, application entry, complete verification, and during the verification also, the different kinds of checks that we are doing internally. For example, like identity related checks, that comes under the KYC, and carried to that. Next is the credit risk analysis, so that we can have a proper assessment towards the repayment capacity of the applicant. And throughout this assessment process, a different kind of integration or interfacing that is available, that we have in a solution, which is guided us or which recommended us to take a decision on every stage activity. And once the application is completely get verified, then the finalized application, on the end of the application, we will get all the reports related to that particular customer, right? So that is the end-to-end solution that we offer under the loan origination system, that is LOS. Now this LOS, as we said, it's powered by AI. So what it mean by AI? So when we are doing the internal this assessment process, we can have a recommendation from system itself about its probability towards the NPA. So that kind of recommendation, or that kind of probability, we can say a kind of recommendation that we get from the system during the assessment process also, right? So that kind of AI feature also we have incorporated in our system. Now this is a complete this LOS solution that we are offering is a kind of portal system. That means it allow online applicant also to log their application online from their end. And secondly, through business associate also, we are getting the online loan application. Now business associates are having a different nature. For example, it may be any dealer, it may be any your franchisee, or it may be any four-wheeler, three-wheeler, or electronics showroom owner also, right? So these are the different kinds of business associate that you can empanel with the system, so that you will get online loan application from this business associates also frequently and continuously on day-to-day basis, right? So that's why the different nature of user which has been allowed into the system. What are the different nature? One is the online applicant, that means self applicant also can do online loan application. Then business associate, right? Apart from this, the third party agencies, for example, like lawyer, valuers, or document verification agencies. So this kind of users also can access this solution from their end, so that we are getting the services from these third parties during the assessment process. So entire the inputs or their recommendation that we will get immediately through online approach, right? So that's why we allowed these users also to get access from their end to the systems. And finally, uh, our internal assessment team, or we can say our internal institutional users. So these are the different nature of users to whom we provide the access of this application, right? Now in case of online user, so as and when he will accessing the application, he will get the access of all the products on his screen, which as a financial institution you are offering. Normally any NBFC, even NBFC is also having a different nature. Some NBFCs are offering only personal loan or vehicle loan. Some NBFCs are offering vehicle loan or housing loan, or some NBFCs who are offering like typically a gold loan, or some NBFC who are offering even like a business loan also, like term loans or loan against property, something like that. So depend on institute to institute, the products which you are offering are definitely different. And and even like and like entire parameters, that how that product has been calculated, or I mean their interest is get calculated, the charges will be applicable, or what are the guidelines for the assessment, entire thing is depend on the product to product. So that's why we have a complete master section where you can define all the products. From here the online user can very easily select the product against which he would like to apply for, and very basic information like date of birth, email address, mobile number, his total deduction, as well as his total loan, income details. We are computing here, I mean system giving him the idea like tentatively what is the maximum possibility towards the eligibility of the loan amount, right? And moment he enter the details like the tenure for which he is looking for this loan and the amount, he will immediately get the EMI chart on his screen. So that means during this entire online application process by the online applicant himself, he will get all the details automatically in a process flow manner. And once the entire process is get completed, uh, you know his application will be get dumped at our centralized database, so that we will get this online request, or we can say this online inquiry directly at our end. Similarly, business associates, so business associate will get also I mean enter continuously the multiple loan applications, right? So on his dashboard, the date he has submitted the loan application, all is get displayed, so he can anytime track even the submitted application also from his dashboard, and create a new loan application also directly from here, right? And the third party agencies, as we discussed, like law, it may be a lawyer, it may be a valuer, right? So they will also get the access, and once they get the access, they will get case wise restricted information to be downloaded at their end, so that they can provide the inputs also. Now, for example, like against the case number so and so, whatever the reports or input that they would like to submit, everything they can submit it online from the same this solution approach, right? And finally, we have a internal our institutional user. So institutional user, when they log in into the system, they will get the entire access of the application. So entire application is mainly divided in four parts: new loan application, its KYC verification, and the documents and other other information verification, and post this verification, the underwriting process, or we can say the evaluation, and after completion of the evaluation process, finally the report generation. Now, normally whenever we got the new lead or the new application, normally it's a regular practice that every financial institution initially would like to check the credit bureau scores, right? So we have here the integration and with all the credit bureaus, CIBIL, Equifax, Experian, Highmarks. So immediately or before login any new loan application into the system, you can directly verify, or you can directly get generate the scorecard also. I mean, credit bureau score also. Now it depends if you have a permission, or if you have a accessibility to all the bureaus, right? So you, because the API from credit bureau is only allowed currently only to the financial institutions. So if you made available the API from these bureaus, we can directly integrate it, so that these services will be directly available for you on your screen, right? Now, very next moment, once you check the credit score of the applicant, then we can directly enter the lead. So we are doing the lead entry. So while entering the details, definitely like a product, its purpose, a very basic information like PAN number, mobile number, and its saying city's name. These basic details that we are entering into the system. To make this data entry also easy for you, here we have introduced the OCR technology also. So with the help of this OCR technology, you can fetch a very basic information from the documents like Aadhaar and PAN. So normally from Aadhaar we are getting the name, date of birth, address, and from PAN number also we are getting the same, like apart from PAN number, the name and the date of birth. So that here by cross verifying or counter checking the name and the date of birth mentioned on both these documents, we can have a kind of basic identity kind of verification, right? So here by applying the OCR technology, that means from the image of Aadhaar and PAN, all this information will be get fetched automatically, right? So by like incorporating here the OCR technology, directly system has capability that it has extract all the information from the attached documents. So for example, currently on a screen you can see the Aadhaar number, his name, his date of birth, his address, and the entire detail mentioned on the PAN number is get copied from the documents. So OCR that we applied here, which ease your data entry activity also. And then the next stage is the KYC verification and the detailed loan application entry, right? Now, in a detailed loan application also, we try to capture all the basic mandatory details, which is normally we are capturing or we are taking through the loan application form. So post like inquiry, under the general information like his marital status, his religion, his caste, his category, then his like whether his employment type and his qualifications. So such kind of general information that we are capturing here in the general information tab. Then we have a KYC tab where we are getting the details about his contact details like his current address, permanent address, right? In case of business loan application, we may capture multiple addresses like office address, warehouse address, or even like his manufacturing unit address, right? So that way we have a provision to capture multiple addresses as well as the set of document which is required to pursue this loan product. That means if we are processing a personal loan application, then according to the personal loan application, the required set of document that has been demanding here by the system, and we have to only like attach here only those documents. And if it is a case of vehicle loan, then according to the vehicle loan, the required set of documents system will give you the list of required documents. You have to attach those documents. So that will be covered into the KYC part. Then income details, right? And most important is the security details as well as the guarantors details. So even while capturing the security details also, we are capturing a different nature of security with one loan application, and entire details about that security also we are capturing. For example, sometime applicant may offer the gold. So in case of gold, even ornament wise, we are taking the facility to upload the picture as well as the gross weight, net weight, and as per the purity carat and the net weight, system will automatically take the today's rate, because we have a master given to maintain day-to-day basis carat wise, even updated current rate. So current rate wise system will automatically evaluate the total valuation of that security offered by the applicant. In case of land and building, then all the details like its market value, distress value, then its total square feet area, its address, its even latitude and longitude value, so that like on a Google track map also we can track that property. And along with that, even like its search report detail, its valuation from the different valuers. So those details also we are capturing along with the security details, so that according to the security offered by the applicant, we have internally the valuation details with us, which help us further to evaluate the maximum permissible bank finance, right? And in the income, we are capturing the details from ITR. So there also we applied the OCR. Even we are capturing the entire bank statement also through the OCR. So with the help of OCR, we are reading the bank statement, and from the bank statement itself, the internally system do the analysis of the bank statement also. And in this analysis, system will evaluate like monthly what is the cash flow, average cash flow as per the bank statement, and overall like cash flow of the that particular bank statement, as well as in case if any negative transaction is been occurred, so those also identified by the system internally, and based on that, system give the recommendation whether this case has to be process. I mean, the recommendation, that is a positive or the negative. So it will help us further to take a decision um, about that particular case. So system has KYC verification, uh, and for the KYC verification also, we are having the real-time Aadhaar and PAN verification also. So it is directly connected with a UIDI as well as NSDL also, so that real-time basis you are getting the actual the details mentioned on the UIDI site. So that entire details we can directly download also from the UIDI side here in this data entry screen. And secondly, from NSDL also, we are fetching the PAN details directly, and those are also be the part of the data in this data entry screen, right? So while entering the loan application form, your Aadhaar number, PAN number, in case of other identity proof like voter cards or driving license or even passport, so those are also get verified. In case of business loan, if the GST number is get mentioned, so GST number verification, whether it has been currently active or inactive, right? Secondly, we are even with the consent of the customer, we are even downloading the GSTR 1 and 3B summary also, so that that will help us to internally evaluate the uh, its repayment capacity as well as the maximum permissible bank finance. Now, in case of individual, as I said, like bank statement, then ITR, those we are capturing here, and those are, and bank statement also internally get evaluated by the system. So all this, once all this detail is get entered into the into the system, once all this detail is get entered into the system and it is get verified, then we are moving for the assessment process. So initially the new application is get entered into the system, then we are evaluated the application form, and we have verified also the details filled by the applicant. We have counter check it with possible repository like UIDI, NSDL, and other research repository. And after this verification, then we started the evaluation process or underwriting process. Now, underwriting process is also depend on the if we have a mechanism, if we have a internally, the users who have been involved in this assessment process. So depend on the users' roles and rights also, you can segregate the applications to this assessment users, right? So on their dashboard, they are getting only those applications for which they have been authorized to do the evaluation, right? So now on their dashboard, they will get the verified application form, loan application form, further for the evaluation process. So now when they are performing the evaluation, when they are doing this underwriting process, so that time, like all the details like bank statement analysis will be available. Internally scorecard will be get generated automatically by the system. In case of business loan, all financial ratios like the DSCR, debt to equity ratio, gross profit ratio, all these ratios will be evaluated by the system. So entire this information will be available for each and every this assessment users, so that they can thoroughly do their assessment process properly and take a proper decision, right? Now, for a decision point of view, here we have a approval button, we have a rejection button. we may have a send backward to this application to the previous user. So in case of any incompleteness or any, error been found in the loan application, we can even send it backward also to the previous user. So that kind of mechanism also, from one user to another user, we can very easily switch this application. But this application movement is completely as per the workflow defined into the system. So uh, in a product master, there we have a complete workflow system. So according to the workflow, this movement of the application from one stage to another will be happening, right? So all these analysis are available, and finally the decision board. Now decision board is the concluding part of the assessment process, which has been generated by system himself. So based on the different parameters, for example, like its credit bureau score, its total income and deduction, its internal credit score, its ratio analysis, its bank statement analysis, right? By evaluating all these different factors on a decision board, system will give you a conclude or summarize picture that which are the positive factors and which are the negative factors, so that firmly you can take a final decision about this loan application, right? Different kinds of details that we are capturing, for example, like comparative financial position, statutory obligation in case of business loan, top supplier details of the go down, these kind of information typically required in case of business loan. So we are open this LOS system for all the different types of loan products. It is not specific for gold loan, or it is not specific for vehicle loan, or it is not specific for only housing loan or personal loan. It caters all, I mean, it do the evaluation of all the loan products. And for all the loan products, we have a different business rule engine. We have a different their parameters. We have a different types of applicable charges. We have a different required masters. So everything that you can configure in a master section over here. So we have a detailed product master where you can configure all the different products. Comes under the retail category, comes under the business loan category, right? So you create as number of products which you currently, I mean, having in your institution. So you can create different products here, and product wise you can have all the parameterization, the required documents, required internal credit scoring, required the the interest slab you can define product wise, then the application workflow, the required charges, everything you can configure in a master uh, product wise, right? So in a master section, we have a product configuration, we have a internal committee configuration, agreement document is also finally get generated from the system. So that template also you can configure here from the front end, different types of charges, internal your officers which who has been involved in the underwriting process. In case if you are supporting agriculture, normally NBFC are not supporting the agriculture loan, but we have, even the product is capable even to configure the agri-based product also, right? So otherwise in a retail and business loan, all the product is very easily configured. Now the different third-party agencies, financial ratios. Now what I mean to say financial ratio, so like debt to equity ratio, DSCR, right? Gross profit ratio. So all these ratio you can very easily and very well configure into the system. Then the in case if you are only handling the vehicle loan, then the vehicle related master, then we have a security percentage. So all this master, once you properly get configured, then it will helps you to properly manage your assessment process. And finally at the end you are getting generate case wise all the relevant document, case wise, so case wise you will get the appraisal note, you will get the sanction letter, you will get the agreement document. Most important is the agreement document. So agreement document is also getting generated by the system as per the template. So we have a template system where you can define all the template into the system product wise, and according to the template system will generate the agreement document. Then we have a MIS point of view, the dashboard system where you will get summarized information that how many total cases currently you have with you. Out of the total cases, how many are are in under process, how many are already rejected, or how many are already approved, right? So that bifurcation we are getting in a dashboard, and this is completely mobile responsive, so that you can anytime go through this MIS from your mobile from anywhere at any time, right? So, and it is having a drill down approach. For example, if you click on the total number of cases, it will be bifurcated branch wise in case if you have a branches. If you click on any particular branch, you will get the bifurcation product wise, and if you click on the any product, then only you will get the list of all the active loan application under that stage, under that branch, under that product, right? So that is the way you have the drill down option. One more thing, even you can track any loan application by simply mobile number also. That means applicant's mobile number also. By entering the applicant's mobile number, you can directly track the loan application. And if you click on the loan history, you can have the exact status of his that particular loan application. So this will, allow you to yeah, get the updated details from your mobile also by entering the applicant's mobile number also, right? So this dashboard is, as I said, completely mobile responsive. So no need to log in into the desktop from the desktop into the application and then only get the details. Even you can access the application from your mobile also. Specific the functions which we made available on the mobile responsive mode, so that it can be very easily accessible from the mobile, right? So this is a complete end-to-end process or the journey of the LOS, where online loan application, offline loan application, you can enter into the system, you can do the basic verification, KYC verification, and then by having the internal as per the BRE and the workflow, system will help you to do the assessment process. And after completion of the assessment process, you will get all the reports. So this is in a nutshell the complete picture of our LOS system. Now, back to the second part of the offering is the LMS, that is a loan management system. Now, in a loan management system, once the application is get sanctioned, then we can directly fetch the sanctioned application directly into the LMS. And when we are fetching this application into the LMS, so that time, onboarding process will be managed internally by the system in case if we are referring the case from LOS. Otherwise, in LMS system, directly we have the manual customer onboarding process also, and then account opening process also. Otherwise, in the account opening itself in the LMS, we can directly fetch the case from the LOS, right? Now, in the LMS system, what are the different functional modules that we are offering? One is your day-to-day, the branch activity, which is nothing but like customer onboarding, account opening, then disbursement, then regular interest calculation, its posting, taking repayments, right? Getting generate the repayments and the demands kind of reports, and getting even the repayments also in a different modes, and posting it to the respective ledgers. So that will be managed under the loan management system. Then we have the reconciliation module, under which your bank account statement will be dynamically reconciled with the transaction which we entered either in the LMS, either in the financial accounting, right? Under the bank accounts, right? So those will be dynamically get reconciled by importing the bank statement available by the bank, and all the transaction internally from the system, those will be get automatically reconciled and settled down onto the respective ledger heads. So that will be managed into the reconciliation. Then we have a integrated financial accounting module, so that all your income, other income and expenses related transaction that you can manually post into the financial accounting. Otherwise, related to your loan cycle, related to you, I mean, loan cycle in the sense like disbursement, your charges, your time to time interest, under the interest, uh, even in case of overdue. So whatever the penal interest, all these are since system allow you to pre-map their respective jails, so that's why all this their impact on the financial books will be get posted automatically. But in the financial accounting, only the miscellaneous expenses or any miscellaneous income or any journal entry that you need to enter, so that your complete accounting will be get managed, and finally you will get all the financial statement to be get generated from the system. Then we have for the repayment point of view, the mandate management system also, so that like all the ECS, that means all the mandate we can raise here, and all match related transaction that we can manage through this MMS system. So let me start with a basic administration. So in case might be possible that some NBFC or some institution, if they would like to only like subscribe the LMS system, so in that case the LMS system itself having their own complete central administration. Otherwise, the part of central administration that is already there in the LOS, so through that also we can manage the basic master. Otherwise, the rest of the masters related to the LMS system that we can manage here in the central administration. So in the central administration, we have the complete user management, then own login policy. For example, like you can have your own login policy, that what should be the minimum maximum length of the password, what is the combination of the password, and how many attempts allowed for login, right? So that kind of parameters you can very easily set in the central administration. Then you can create your own user, uh, some user for specific period, and depend on their roles or example like level, you can have set their rights also. Otherwise, we allowed here to properly set the user rights also, right? Then from the central administration, you will get the entire log trail also. So trail wise also, audit log wise also, you can very easily trace and track the updates or changes into the system. So there you will get the entire log trail also from the system. Now in the central administration, you can create by your own all the products also. Now product in the sense like all the different products which you are offering. So their details you can very easily configure in this loan in this scheme or the product configuration. So in a product configuration, normally like a product code, product name, then its calculation frequency, who is supposed to be sanction authority within the organization, who is the disbursement authority, the type, even the loan charges, like then the how the interest is being calculated. I mean, its calculation type, whether it's a simple, compound, flat, right? In case of compound, then how the interest is been compounding, whether on a monthly basis, quarterly basis. So such kind of parameters you can very flexibly and easily configure in this product master, or we can say like in a scheme master. Here I would like to just highlight one major features which makes our offering different than the other solution provider. Here we have given the integration, the mapping of your GL account also, along with a product code, and which allow to map multiple product under a one GL also. So for example, suppose if you have a 4 different loan scheme which is comes under the main category as a housing loan. For example, if you may provide a home loan for land purchase, you may allow a loan, you may provide a housing loan for the repair and maintenance, you may provide a loan for ready-made property purchase, right? So different nature of the housing loans, if you would like to keep maintain under the one GL, that is a main your housing loan GL. So that kind of arrangement we have, that under a one GL you may have a multiple loan scheme, right? So that kind of feature that we have under this product configuration. Then some more configurations are given. For example, like uh, interest may be calculated on a monthly basis, but you may get the repayment on a quarterly basis. So system will allow you to do this also, that the interest will be calculated on monthly basis, but the repayment you will get on the quarterly basis, or vice versa, or maybe the same. Both are on the same frequency. So system allow you to define the product by bifurcating their calculation frequency and the repayment frequency also. Now the interest type, whether it's a floating, normal, PLR, right? So everything is configurable into the system so that we can very well configure the product into the system. Then the charges is very important. System allow you to define by your own different types of charges. By default, we have a three major category, the which will identify the nature of the charges, whether it's a maintenance charges, whether it's a service related charges, whether it's a transactional charges, right? So in these three major category, you can define as many number of charges. Similarly, there are so many other configurational masters are given, for example, like chart of accounts, their mapping, then the limit, if you want to set the limits, right? So many different types of like masters have been given in the administration. Now, after proper central administration, we can move to the our regular day-to-day transactional activity under the loan management system. Now here, the entire year, right from the onboarding to its disbursement, and everything will be managed in this LMS system. So in account opening, we have a onboarding also, and we have a account opening process also, right? So if directly the onboarding, that means if you are not using the LOS system and directly only using the LMS system, then the complete like onboarding process is given over here. There we can onboard the individual and non-individual both category of customer. According to the type of this customer, the system will allow you to get the details. For example, in case of individual, then like name, its father's name, then qualification, then address proof, ID proof. Under ID proof also, which document that you are getting. Similarly, under the address proof also, for the permanent address, we have a separate ID proof, address proof, and for a permanent address, we have a separate address proof. And since similar to the LOS system, we have the direct verification also from UIDA and NSDL from directly from here. So we are getting the integrated approach to UIDA and NSDL directly from this onboarding screen also, right? So in the onboarding itself, we are trying to capture all the details. Then we are moving to the account opening. Now, account opening, when you are doing the account opening, so that time you have a multiple option. As I said, if you are not using my LOS system, then you can directly, select the product and manually, provide all the details. But if you are using the LOS system, then directly you can enter here the case number, and with the help of case number, we can fetch all the details which we already get gathered and in a LOS system itself. Like, so first step is the product details. Second is the customer details. So in case if we are fetching the details from LOS, then all these details will be, you are getting automatically filled. Otherwise, from the customer details, we are fetching the basic details from the onboarding activity, right? Though, so next step where we are getting the applicant's personal details. Then in a third step, we are getting its loan details, like the applied amount, sanction amount, its tenure, right? And based on the sanction amount and the period, automatically the interest rate will be coming from the master directly. And according to that, the expiry of the this case, that will be get evaluated, calculated, and automatically based on the applicable rate of interest, the principal amount, interest amount, and the final monthly installment will be get calculated. Then in the fourth step, we are getting some additional details like the guarantors, and in case if any product where the subsidy has been allowed, so those kind of option are also given over there. Then we are even allow multiple disbursement schedule also. Normally it is happen in the housing loan type of product, right? So if it has been configured that this product has been allowed for a multiple disbursement, so you have to define the schedule also, that when you are releasing the first disbursement installment, when you are releasing the second second installment, then third installment, or whatever the multiple installment that you allow. So you have to schedule it properly, and according to that schedule, your amortization chart will be get generated. And finally, at the end, along with the security details. So while capturing the security details also, depend on the nature of the security, system allow you to capture the details. Then again, I'm repeating, if you accessing, if you are, using the LOS, then all these details are coming directly. But if you are not using LOS, then everything you have to maintain here manually, one by one. And once it is get completed, then automatically your account number will be get generated. That means your onboarding and account opening process will be get completed. There is a checker maker. So if you would like to, normally, every transaction we have given the checker system. So authorization is there. So the user from the same institution who's been responsible for authorization, he can do the authorization for onboarding process also, for accounting process, for account opening process also. Now, once the account is get authorized, then only we are come for the disbursement. Like, so in a loan transaction where we have a disbursement. Now in a disbursement also, we have a multiple approach of the disbursement, because normally NBFC don't have the provision to have a saving deposit or like a deposit account. In case if you have that, then we have a transfer option also. But here transfer option is also configurable. We have a model where few NBFC who are dealing in a vehicle loan or even consumer products loan, right? So there they are transferring the amount to the vendor, to their dealer or the distributor. So that provision also we have. That means when we are processing a loan application, which we may receive from our dealer or distributor, right? So automatically, this disbursement to be transferred to the vendor, that means dealer account, that provision also we have. We have a disbursement in cash. We have a disbursement to be pursued through DDPO also, if it has been allowed, right? Or through wire transfer, that is NEFT, RTGS. So that mode also we have inbuilt into the system, right? So multiple modes for the disbursement has been there. And when you are processing this disbursement activity, depend on the type that we selected, and then automatically the applicable charges will be been calculated here. And once this entire process you completed, this disbursement will be get completed. And on completion of the disbursement, then again it is go for the authorization, and after the authorization, then depend on the mode of the disbursement. If it is an NEFT, then we have a separate provision, so that we have a batch to be get uploaded to the sponsor bank. So that kind of provision or automation also we have, right? So directly that the entire batch will be get uploaded to your sponsor bank, so that the NEFT will be happening directly from here. So that complete automation we have in a system. And as we post disbursement, as we discussed, we have a multiple approach for even repayments also, but that we can discuss later on, because for the repayment also we have a multiple approach, mandate. We have even agency banking also, that means through collection or the field officer kind of option also, you may get the collection. So all that we have, that immediately after completing this model we can switch to that part also. Now regularly we have an interest calculation. So once the disbursement is done, Then on the regular basis, we are doing the interest calculation. So interest calculation also, we have a centralized interest calculation. In case if you have a multiple branch and you are dealing with a multiple product, so you have a centralized interest calculation also to be managed at your head office for all the branches and for all the products in one stroke, or maybe branch wise and product wise also you may perform this interest calculation stage, right? So once the interest is get calculated, then in this LMS system, we have a even CRM also, so that the regular follow-ups to be get managed by our internal staff. That means before or prior to the installment due, the system will automatically first of all notify to the account holder through SMS, right? But in case if it is overdue, so immediately after the due, overdue of just 1 day or 2 day, we have the internal, managing the internal call system also, so that like your internal sales guy or maybe your internal support guy or customer relationship user, they can, telephonically contact to the such account holders whose been installment is overdue by day 1, 2, or by week also, so that we can, schedule into the system that immediately, like after a 1 day or 2 day or within a week, the caller will get the such list so that they can make calls, and they can even enter the the details also, that what is the response that they received, right? So we have that kind of provision also. And in case of some some worst cases, like where the overdue is been converted into the NPL, so where the legal battle need to be entered, so we have a complete legal management also, where we can have the provision to maintain account wise their cases, ongoing cases details also, so that like case wise we can maintain the date wise hearing and their response and getting the new date, so that we can have the internal alert and notification for our recovery team also, so that when is the next hearing date, right? So that kind of internal mechanism also we have in the system. Then we have a regular day end and day begin process also. Similarly, we have a year end process also to be managed into the system properly over here, right? Then under the report section, we have all the reports, like the day-to-day basis reports, accounts related reports, your financial reports like day book, general ledger, trial balance, balance sheet, P&L, everything you will get generated from the report section over here. Then account-wise reports, so account-related reports where we have even get generate the complete account statement also individually for the system, for the individual accounts holder or for the multiple accounts holder for any comes under any particular product or the branch, right? Then loan related loan register, their insurance detail in case if the product is been required the insurance, and during the account opening we are getting the insurance details. So all such reports you are getting here in the report section. Now, as we discussed, that we have a multiple option for the repayments. So one of the option is the what we discussed about the entire all our branch related activity under the LMS, where we are right from onboarding, account opening, disbursement, regular interest calculations, regular even day and day begin process, report generations, even legal activities, everything that we are managing, including the CRM activities also. That is a follow-up, maybe related to the repayments, maybe related to the any account related activity. So entire that we can manage through the LMS. Then we have a reconciliation. In the reconciliation, we discussed the reconciliation between your current account statement and the banking transaction which we taken in a system. So though both will be get managed in this reconciliation process by the system, and system will do this reconciliation dynamically here. So the match, the exact match will be get segregated separately, and probable match will be identified the system where you have to take a decision manually. So this way, your reconciliation of your current account and bank transaction will be managed through this reconciliation module. Mandate management, we already discussed that it is a one of the way by which we are getting the repayments through ECS, and for that the getting signed mandate, enter into the system, raising the mandate, and post its response, approval, generation of the outward, and getting settle the inward file is been completely managed by the system in this mandate management, so that the repayment will be automatically get posted into the respective account holders account, right? And last but not least, the very important is the financial accounting. Now, as I said, your disbursement activity and its relevant financial impacts will be managed automatically. As and when there is an interest calculation, whether to keep it on a receivable account or after getting the repayments, posting it to the respective customer accounts, everything is managed by the system based on the GL mapping, right? Whenever, as and when we are getting the charges, those are get again reflected automatically into your financial books. Similarly, apart from the charges, even or even the repayments, like all predefined like transactions and the activities will be automatically posted in the financial books. Now here here only the irregular activities, or we can say like the other expenses or other income or the journal entries, that we need to manage into this financial accounting. And in case if you have some kind of investment, for example, if you have a FD or deposits with other financial institution, so that kind of investment if you have, then those accounts you can manage over here in this financial accounting. But more or less it is majorly for the journal voucher entries and the other income and the expenses, or we can say like general income or the general any expenses that you can manage in this financial accounting books, so that the entire hello, so that my complete accounting will be get managed, and finally I am getting the complete balance sheet to be get generated from the system directly from here. And last but not least, the mobile app. So we have even mobile application for your mainly for your field agents, which supports for even for the repayments, mainly for the repayments. Even we have like onboarding and account opening activity also been supported from the mobile app. So in case if you have that kind of way of practices, if like your field agent is go and provide the doorstep banking kind of facility to your customer, then yes, we have under this agency banking the customer onboarding and even account opening process also. But otherwise, by and large, the main feature is for the repayment in case if you have a collection agent kind of arrangement for the repayments, right? So otherwise, the repayment through ECS will be managed by the system with the help of MMS. And if you are getting the repayment through cash, which is nowadays normally not happens, then that provision also we have. And apart from this, even like dynamic QR, so that also we are offering, and through agency banking we are getting the collections also, right? So in agency banking, as I said, like we have a multiple option, like to manage the regular repayments, to manage even onboarding activity, and get generate even like agent wise also, right? In a transaction, mainly we are generating the receipts or payment transactions. Normally, we are only getting the repayments or the receipts. So all the credit transaction usually you can manage here. And while getting while managing this repayment or receipt transaction, the agent will get all the details of the customer account once he enter the customer account number. So all the details he will get on his mobile screen. And similarly, on acceptance or the completion of this collection activity, immediately the SMS will be issued to the customer's registered number, so that he will also get notified that yes, his repayment is get addressed and booked on the server, or we can say like our main database, right? So that also been managed apart from the onboarding and the account opening process through the mobile apps. So in the total offering, we have these three major solutions or the offering for the NBFC. One is the LOS, second is the LMS, and supporting to it the mobile application. So this is our complete bundled offer, but you may go only for LMS also, or bundle both LOS and LMS both also. So from my side, I am completed as far as the presentation related to the functional features offered under our solution.